is day 3 of our first alert weather coverage as we get ready for more significant rain. An atmospheric river is pummeling the Northwest right now.
Yeah, over the next 24 hours, we could see some record-breaking river levels. Team coverage ahead this morning around the Sound with Savannah Welch in Auburn. Drew Andre is in Snoqualmie and Brady Wakayama is in Snohomish. Savannah, we're going to start with you. What conditions are you seeing there? It looks like there are some flooding happening.
That's right, Jake and Mimi. There is significant flooding happening. We're on Black Diamond Road here in Auburn, and looking at this, I mean, there's floodwater on the roads. We're right at the start of the closure. It's to my left here, but the road is closed. There's about a foot or so of water down there. There's also obviously major flooding happening here around these homes. You can see just how deep it is. We brought our flashlights too, just to give you a better idea. You can see the wheels on that car just completely submerged, the mailbox as well, and the home. I mean, there's just a lot of flood water spilling out from the roads, from the Green River. It runs right alongside this stretch and it's spilling over. Right now, 7 miles of Green Valley Road are shut down because of safety concerns. That closure runs from Auburn Black Diamond Road to about 212th Avenue. King County is warning people not to drive or walk through this area. A few parks in Auburn are also closed this morning. You can see in these photos from Isaac Evans and Game Farm Wilderness Parks all flooded. If floodwater starts getting close to your home, emergency crews say you need to evacuate. And King County is also offering free sandbags at multiple sites across the county. Some of the closest ones here are Renton as well as Pacific. So if you need sandbags and you live in Auburn, those are good options. And also emergency shelters are open during this time too, because obviously we're seeing major impacts down here in Auburn. So a good idea, if you can take those precautions, just get out if you're able to before the floodwater, comes down even more, just because we're expecting still rain this morning, as Rich has been saying as well. In Auburn, Savannah Welch, King 5 News.
That is some serious flooding there. Savannah, thank you. Let's get to Drew Andre, who's keeping an eye on the flooding there in Snoqualmie and the swollen Snoqualmie River this morning.
Well, good morning, Mimi and Jake. Yes, right now the mist is coming down. We're not standing at Snoqualmie Falls right now. We're near downtown Snoqualmie. We're keeping an eye on the Snoqualmie River here, which is at flood stage as of around 1 a.m. And we do expect the river to crest at what is 60 feet, which is going to be near historic levels there. So, the highest that crest has been in more than a decade, too. As we take a look now at the river here, you can see it is just raging. And for a little perspective here, where you see these branches sticking out of the water, typically that's not even covered by water at all. Let's take you now over to Snoqualmie Falls. I was over there yesterday and you could just see the thunderous power coming off the waterfall. This time of year it is somewhat normal to see that, but this is an extreme level. Yesterday when I was there, a lot of people were coming out to see that too, even though it was just a Tuesday, and within just a matter of seconds, you just got soaked out there. So now, as we're talking about these high river levels too, that could lead to even more flooding. Fall City and then downstream into Carnation and Duval. So those are a couple more of the areas that we're keeping a close eye on over the course of the next 24 hours. Reporting live in Snoqualmie, Drew Andre, King 5 News.
Drew, thank you. To the south, more than 25 people needed to be rescued from fast rising floodwaters in Lewis County. We were live on the 4 p.m. newscast yesterday during coverage as rescuers pulled one family to safety along the Snoqualmie River. Their home near Napavine off I-5 was overwhelmed with water. Firefighters rescued 6 people, including 2 children and 4 pets. The father of the children says when they saw more rain in the forecast, they called for help.
I think for most of us, it's about keeping safe and just keeping our families safe. But these guys, I mean, what more can you say? They're incredible. Yeah, I really appreciate everything that they do, and they save my family.
Earlier in the day, firefighters also rescued several people who drove into the high water at Rush Road exit in Napavine. You can see some of those cars right there. One had to be rescued, someone by having firefighters smash out their window.
New video shows the dramatic rescue of 2 campers in Gold Bar Monday night as floodwaters rose in the Snoqualmie River. You can see the rain pouring down as multiple rescuers work to reach them in the dark. A deputy who helped pull them out says the campers thought they were on high enough ground, but the water came up fast and they got stuck.
Classes are canceled today in the Snoqualmie School District because of flooding concerns. Highway 2 near Gold Bar is the only reliable way in and out for students and staff, and it's being threatened, I should say, by the swollen Snoqualmie River. This is what the river looked like yesterday morning. It is rising again at this hour and is expected to crest at major flood stage tomorrow.
And the storm is affecting animals as well. The Evergreen State Fairgrounds in Monroe is housing around 40 horses and 40 cattle. If you need to move livestock to higher ground, they encourage you to call ahead, but staff can help you out if you arrive directly. The fairgrounds are providing space for the animals, but not food or day-to-day care.
All of this because of this atmospheric river ridge taking direct aim here at us in western Washington. What's the next 36, 48 hours going to be like?
It's another round, and it's going to be just as wet, if maybe in some places a little bit wetter than we had with the first round. And so I was saying, even though we talked about the pause yesterday, up in the mountains, they still received 2 to 3 inches. So not a lot of drainage out of the rivers. A lot more water headed our way today to continue to fill them. So some of them might end up with a couple of crests because they feel a little bit of that let up, and then they'll start to at least hold still for a little while, and then by later today start to move back up again. See that rain covering essentially all of western Washington. We do have a little bit of rain shadowing in the central sound, but it's getting smaller and it's not totally rain shadow. It's still misty and drizzling in there. First alert weather, we've extended it through Thursday. Even though the showers diminish tomorrow, still the flooding is still going to be around, and we're going to be seeing some difficulties getting places around Puget Sound. Heavy rain at times today and gusty winds with that river flooding. Landslide risk will continue for a while in basically all of western Washington. Flood warnings right now on 23 rivers. That is supposed to say major flooding on 11 rivers and near historic on 5 rivers at the moment. We'll have more details in just a moment when Ashley joins me to talk specifically about rivers. You can see that atmospheric river still aimed directly at us, and it's just a wet morning up and down the sound for that commute. Heavy rain at times through the day up there in Bellingham. We'll look for temperatures into the low to mid 50s, and then Puget Sound will continue to see rain heavy at times, pushing 60 degrees again today. It's just remarkably warm for this time of the year. South down around Olympia and southward, they may get a little bit of a pause. It'll let up for a while as the atmospheric river kind of shifts a little northward, but then it pushes on down farther south by the time we head towards overnight tonight into tomorrow. Really wet, rain heavy at times in southwestern Washington. East of the Cascades, another anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow, rain, not snow, if only it were snow, 4 to 8 inches of rain between now and tomorrow morning, and rain in the morning over there on the east slopes, and then turning partly sunny. That sounds good. Mid 50s, a lot more coming up, so stay with us.
Well, we are in first alert traffic mode this morning as well because of the rain, flooding, and road closures. You're definitely going to want to give yourself some extra time this morning. We've had a few crashes earlier. Both have cleared, but one involved a car flipping over. So keep in mind the roads are wet, and you can see that from this camera here on I-5 in 54th Avenue. If you are heading out in Fife, we know that's an area that typically builds first. Currently, you still see green on the map, but again, you definitely want to factor in some extra time. One thing that you're going to see this morning on this map, a lot of these flashing exclamation points representing some of those road closures because of flooding. This is out near the Auburn Black Diamond Road area where you just saw Savannah a few moments ago. And as you work your way further northbound, right now we aren't dealing with any delays on the road because of crashes. So that is the good news, but drive times already increasing. Wednesdays are typically the busiest day of the week. It's 44 minutes right now from Tacoma to Seattle. Tukwila to Bellevue, about 24 minutes, and about 41 minutes if you're making that trip from Puyallup to Renton. However, a lot of road closures, especially for those of you out in that Carnation, Falls City area. You typically deal with flooding. We'll break down more of those closures coming up in just a few moments.
We have you covered with streaming coverage all day on King 5 Plus and on air following the impact of this atmospheric river. We'll have special coverage live on King 5 streaming at 9 a.m. this morning and again at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Stream King 5 Plus on your TV and watch for free.